Sean Jordan, and co-founder, CEO of StrataPress, along with co-founder Paul Vanderzee, a programming savant who has been working on this since the inception, and we're going back, 10 years since we launched this, but it started out very slowly, and there were side projects, but now it's a full-time job, and it has been for about the last 5 years. So two guys that know Stratas, were both involved with the Strata corporations. I had my property, I was licensed for property management. I never actually paid for the license. I just got the education because I needed to know some stuff about managing Stratas. And so that's Paul and I were behind this. And for realtors, hopefully there's some realtors on board here. This is probably a familiar scene when you're looking for documents or need documents now. Standing in the driveway of a property you want to make an offer. At least with StrataPress, you can log in, you can download a depreciation report, get it immediately on your phone, and start negotiations. So that frustration that realtors had, and I know a lot of realtors, that was one of their biggest kind of hurdles, was getting Strata documents because it was very disorganized. So we provide the platform for that. So basically, it's a great platform. It helps property management companies stay organized with their documents, and they only have to respond to Form F and Form B requests. And on the realtor side, it's a very easy ordering process. 80% of our orders are done on mobile devices. You get immediate access to documents once they're purchased, except for a Form B or a Form F. Those have to actually be produced by the property management company. Get new document notifications. So for the next 60 days after you place an order, you can get notifications of new minutes of meetings, financials, depreciation reports, and it'll alert you and provide you a link where you can just download those documents. We got live chat, email, and phone support. And with every order now, we partnered with Eli Report and Octo AI Technologies. They're doing a presentation later. And you can get an Eli report with every document request that you make through StrataPress, free of charge, $40 value. So adding some value for you. So that's it. Property managers just upload their documents. Realtors can access anything that's online that they provide. There's over 225,000 Strata documents online now, represented over 1,500 Strata corporations. Currently have about 3,800 registered realtors and lawyers and notaries on board, and we've processed 45,000 document requests to date. So almost all of them completely flawlessly. So if you want to open an account as a realtor, just go to stratapress.com, click on register an account, either up there or down here. You select from the registration form, just create an account as a realtor. You're going to put in your email and password. You're going to be sent a verification code. You got to keep an eye open for that. Put in the verification code, complete the registration, and you're done. Takes 2 minutes or less. And then once you're on board, I'll show you a demo of how to actually make a purchase. If you want to know more about Eli Report, just go to stratapress.com. I think my picture is kind of covering that. But stratapress.com/free-eli-report. And you can find out some more information. Our only competition in this space in BC is eStrata Hub. They've been around for a while. Feedback I've received, I've never used their service. It's got some hurdles. Bottom line is convenience fee through eStrata Hub is $40. Eli reports are $40. So with us, $20, like I said, and to get all the benefits of working with StrataPress, including text message alerts, which I think are really convenient. Tells you when your order is ready, if there's been a change to your order, or if the Strata manager wants to communicate with you to clarify anything, you can do it all through the text message alerts. So I will just minimize that and bring you up to the dashboard for a realtor. It's what you're seeing here now. It's a very simple dashboard. Just has request documents. It has pending orders here. This is just a demo account, so there's a few different orders here that we've been playing with. But typically you have one or two. You can see all your completed orders. We keep a complete history of all your orders. The order history is there, but the links for the documents expire after 60 days. So I always recommend when you get your order, download the documents right away. You can share the documents, and I'll show you how that's done in just a minute. So really, the process of ordering documents, just click on Request Documents. You're going to type in the Strata plan. You can use the address, the civic address. You can use the name of the development or the Strata plan, and even a part of the Strata plan. So in this one, I've just got one that's 2469. That's this self-managed Strata. So I click on that. It's going to load up the property information for me. Some take a little longer. Some have a lot of documents. Some don't have so many. And basically, here's your choices. You can add documents, add a Form B, add a Form F, add an ELI report. If you don't know what to do next, this little help button will just explain what steps you need to take to get your documents. But essentially, click on Add Documents. You get a list of documents that are available. And all you have to do is just select the documents you want. If you want the full year of documents, you can click on that, or you can click on individual documents within the folder. So select the documents you want and add them to your cart. And once you hit close, it'll give you a running total of what your costs are. So it tells you these documents are 25 cents per page. All the money collected just goes to the property management company. They also set their own rush rates if you do need a rush when ordering a Form B or a Form F. If you're just getting documents, you get them right away. Just like I said, you make the payment and then you can download them to whatever device you're using. If you need a Form B, you can click on Add Form B, fill out the information. Some of these properties have preset information because we're using the actual information from BC Assessment. So it'll have the unit number and lot number. You just select the unit number. It'll fill in the PID number and the legal lot description for you. In this demo, we don't have that. You just fill in the Strata lot, Strata unit number. If you don't have information like the purchaser's email, you just put in NA, something like along those lines, if you don't have the info. The information that's required to produce a certificate is really the legal lot description, the PID number, the unit, and the Strata lot. The rest is really just for convenience for the property management company. It's information that they're requesting just in case they have to follow up on who purchased the unit that's up for sale. So they're trying to get ahead of the game. So if you don't have the information, that's okay. So I'll just put in some test data here. Every Form B that we provide comes with a depreciation report. It's part of the Strata Property Act to be included. There's a link here that explains that. If there's a depreciation report available, it'll be included with the Form B. And I understand that some realtors will get multiple copies and they have to pay for multiple copies of the depreciation report. With our system, if you purchase a depreciation report through StrataPress, come back and get a Form B within 30 days, you can remove that depreciation report. But at the same time, we had to provide the property management companies with basically an override that forces the download of the depreciation report so that they remain compliant with the Strata Property Act. And there's not much we can do about that, unfortunately. It's the way the act is written. So I always suggest maybe talk to your real estate board. They're the ones that lobby for you. So get them to see if they can get the wording changed to something that's, some of these reports can be $80 to $100. So I'll just throw in some test data in there and submit this. So that gives me, when I submit a Form B, it'll give me an option to add a rush. You can click on that. You can add a rush. The property management companies will set the rates for these. So it'll recalculate the due date for you based on what you select. And then you can just submit that. You can add a Form F, although realtors don't typically need these. Lawyers and notaries are the ones that come in and just purchase Form Fs. Same idea, fill in the form. It's not a lot of information. You need the legal lot description, the PID number, Strata unit, and Strata lot. And then you can add that to your order as well. So you can see here there's some documents that have been added and some you can't remove. There'll be this Form B required, maybe insurance and a site map or site plan, or could even be the bylaws. There's some additional documents the property manager wants you to have that's specific to this property. The rush fee, of course, you can remove any one of these. If I don't need a rush, I can take that off and it'll recalculate the due date based on, the standard turnaround time for Form B and Form F is 5 business days. So typically a week. not including holidays. You can invite others to receive these documents. You can add as many emails as you want. This could be another realtor, could be the owner, it could be anybody. They're going to receive an email with a link. They have to verify their email address that it was sent to, and then they can download these documents as well once they've been paid for. So if you're buying documents, of course, they can download it right away. And when the Form B is ready, or the Form F, then they'll also receive a notification to download that when it's ready. So you don't have to download documents and upload them somewhere. We don't email documents. The files are too big in a lot of cases, and emailing anything over 10 megs these days will probably just get bounced by most email programs. So once that's done and everything's ready, there's your due date highlighted in red. Down here, this disclaimer could be a message from the property management company. In this case, this is a self-managed strata. So it just in red lets you know that double check your documents with a self-managed strata. These are volunteers. You just want to make sure you have everything that is available and is properly labeled and things like that. So then you can just submit the order and make a payment. Oh, one last step. You get an option to get notification of new documents for the next 60 days. You can uncheck that if you don't, but if you leave that checked for the next 60 days, you'll get notification of new documents for this property. And then from here, you can just make a payment. You can put in a reference number if you have a customer name or an ID number. Typically, lawyers and notaries use this. Of course, name on card and so on, and then you can just click Pay Now. You have an hour to make a payment on this page before this expires. You can reset the timer if you need more time. Some people do, to go get a credit card maybe. I'm not sure, but we just don't want to leave this window open too long because it'll affect the due date of when you get these documents. You can save this order. So maybe you're, okay, I need these documents. I don't need them today. I'll get them tomorrow. Instead of having to come in and pay for all that information again, you can save this order and it goes under your activity as an unpaid order. And you'll find it here. You'll also see it on your dashboard when you log in. You have an unpaid request that has not been processed. So you can click on that and review it. And if you want to make a payment, you just click on the order details, click on Pay Now. It'll take you back to the payment page to complete that. And once that payment's complete, you'll be able to download all these documents, of course, other than the Form F and Form B. So if I just go back, that's really all there is to it. Now you're just waiting for those documents to be delivered. If you look at the pending orders, this is the one I just placed earlier. You can see I can download any of these documents just by clicking on them. And if I want to download them all in a zip file, I just click on Download All as Zip File. Here, you can uncheck the option to get notification of new documents. You can also send these to others if you didn't do that in the payment stage. You can send these to others, maybe request to them. And so you can add them to that. It'll put their name down at the bottom here. These documents were also sent to, and it'll list their email address. They can't share that link. It has to go to a specific email address and can't be forwarded to somebody else, just for security reasons. Order details under this tab tell you what the cost was, when it's due. If you need it sooner, like going to wait a week, but you're like, no, I actually need these tomorrow, you can add a rush to this order. It'll calculate the rush time based on when you add the rush. So 24 hours will be 24 hours from when you add the rush, and 48 hours and so on. And it'll tell you what the due date will be. So this one, you get it May 16th, a few days earlier on a 48-hour rush. Again, the property manager sets the rush fees. So you make that as a separate payment. And then the order details, this is all the details you provided to the property management company itself. And on their side, they do have a means of messaging the realtor. And that means that they can ask a question, clarify something. And when they do that, you'll be sent an email, and you can respond by clicking the link in the email, and you're taken to a page where you can just in a text field, you can answer the question, and you have an ongoing thread. And you only have to verify your email, I think, once a week for that thread. And then you can have correspondence back and forth about this particular order. If you do go to your profile settings, And in here, you've got a 10-digit mobile phone number. You put in your mobile number, you click on receive text message and save that. And we're going to put you through a verification process where we send you a text. You enter the code that we text you to verify your phone number. And then any communications that's sent out, including when your order is ready, you'll be sent a text message as well as an email. So that's kind of handy if you're always on the go and not checking your email. So that is really the process. The change your password under security. There's help. We'll take you to our help site if you have any questions. But otherwise, that's it. Once the document's ready, you can download them. They're all individually packaged into the zip file. They don't come as one giant file. Gives you a breakdown of the documents you purchased and the cost, all based on 25 cents a page. And that's it. That's how you get documents through StrataPress as a realtor, lawyer, or notary. And I'll show you one other thing, just that unpaid order. Since we don't want it sitting there and being all confusing, you just hit this remove all. It'll remove any orders that you had outstanding that you're not going to be paying for. And that's it. Back to you, Ryan.
Awesome.
Questions?
Yes, it looks like there are a few questions.
I didn't talk to you, but
one of them you did answer already, I believe. You showed it like just 30 seconds after they asked it, which was, are you able to add other people after you place the order? So you did show that is doable, right?
Send documents to others, and you can add a rush to this order as well. So, by the way, our support, there's live chat on stratapress.com. There's phone support, and there's also email support. So you can always reach somebody one way or another, because we know how important it is to get the documents. If something's missing from your document, maybe the property manager, they uploaded the wrong Form B. Some companies upload the Form Bs they produce, and some will use our online Form B generator. Sometimes they'll upload the wrong document. Give us a call. We'll track it down. We'll get you a new document right away. We have a corrupt file detector. So if you ordered a document that's actually a corrupt file, we'll get an email notification and we'll get a replacement for you right away. And anything else we'll take care of, as far as communication goes with the Strata manager. They're busy. I got connections at their offices, and it's really tough to call in and talk to a property management company and leave a message. So just talk to me and we'll take care of it.
That's awesome. That's a premium service.
Premium service. That's right. And and there's more features to come. I mean, there's lots of features on all aspects of our platform that we're looking that benefit everybody, including realtors. So,
Okay, there's a few more questions.
Right.
Is the list of people that the file has been shared with visible for everyone who is on the list? So when you send it out, can other people see who it was sent to?
Yeah, the only person who can see it is the person that sent them out. It doesn't tell you who else it went to. They just receive an email with a link. They click the link. They'll be asked to put in their email address. And then from there, they're taken to a page where they can securely download those documents themselves. Yeah, but nobody else knows who else the link is sent to. And it's a formatted message. It just basically says, you've been invited by so-and-so to download these documents through StrataPress, gives them all the instructions, and then away they go. So, I mean, through our platform, through the owners, the realtors, and everybody uses it, we're close to 200,000 messages per month, and we track every single one of those. So we know if a realtor received a message, if they opened it, we can look at that and track it down. We can't do it for the CC stuff. We just for the registered realtor, but not the ones that it's been sent to. I have to look somewhere else for that info, but we can find it.
Awesome. Another one is the correspondence between the realtor and the property manager saved? Can it be accessed after the fact?
Yes, actually, there's a tab that's up here. If you do have messaging, I don't know if I've got an example up here, but there'll be a fourth tab up here that says messaging. And if there is messages going back and forth, that tab has an archive of the message. And also on the order details page that the property manager has, there's an ongoing thread of back and forth messages that's saved with the order. And that was part of the advantage here of like not going outside the system to communicate and ask questions, because those emails just get lost. So should have thought about that. I'm not sure which one of these might have the messaging tab, but yeah, that conversation is saved with your order details. So there's one right here. It says messages. So we were testing with this one, and it just has 2 back and forth. You got it. We need information. Gives you the timestamp, who sent it. So this was sent by StrataPress admin on February 15th, and then it was replied to a minute later by Joe Realtor. So this thread will be there for you.
Nice audit trail.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Another question regarding the self-managed stratas. So there was a lot of talk, and I think I know what they're meaning about it. During the presentation, you were talking about always about this, property manager or strata managers able to do, these things, but in the context of a self-managed strata, do they need a manager to be helping out? Because you were always using the phrase property manager as you were doing the presentation.
Oh yeah, I kind of just interplay in strata manager, property manager is one and the same. Yeah. I know there's rental managers into a property management company and so on. And a lot of companies we work with offer different types of management services. But yeah, strata management, I should use that addressing within a strata corporation and the dashboard. And of course, they work for a property management company. But so they want to know exactly if strata.
Well, no, they wanted to know specifically more about this in a self-managed fashion. Like, is this fully usable for self-managed stratas too?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The ordering process, yeah. Basically, we replace the property manager, the strata management, with the council. So now the council handles all the orders, and they can process the orders. It's a different process for self-managed strata because there's compliance issues. So a property management company or strata manager only has to have one signature on a Form F certificate and a Form B. Self-managed stratas, they required 2 signatures from 2 council members. And part of that process requires them to put a checklist. They have a checklist of the documents that need to be included to be compliant with the Strata Property Act. And I didn't go into a lot of detail about processing an order. I left that up for if somebody wants to know more and is interested, we'll do a demo and I can show you the nuances because I can spend 20 minutes just on that alone. I did get 2 calls. I got one booking for a self-managed strata next week to look at a demo with their council. And I'll just mention I'll do demos in the evenings, early evenings and weekends because I know not everybody's available. So just email me, info@stratapress.com, or give our support call or even through chat. You can contact us. But yeah, self-managed stratas, they take the role of the strata manager on our platform. So they can handle all aspects. And we are making it extremely simple, step-by-step process. And like I said before, we're teaming up with Canadian Condo Institute to provide education. You can also get a membership for your entire Strata Corporation through StrataPress for $25 a year. And that gives your council access to all of their webinars every month. Those are typically $35 per person just to attend. But we're working with them to provide education through the Strata portal and access to all their archive of education. And so I'll even self-managed stratas, you sign up on a 3-year subscription, and I'll include that membership with Canadian Condo Institute as part of your subscription. So.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a super value, right?
Yeah, super value. And like this, like I said, Eli report, I think realtors would love this. I know that we're going to be showing this a little bit later, but this takes all the documents you buy at StrataPress. All you have to do is click the add free Eli report button. You can view a sample report here, add the report. It kind of requires kind of a minimum set of documents to get you a good report. So if you come in and just buy like one set of minutes, it's going to add all the minimum essential documents you require for the report, which might add a few dollars to your order, but you're not paying for the report. We're covering that. and you add that report, and it'll be ready for you within an hour or so. They send you a link directly, and that link will analyze your documents and provide you something exactly what you're looking at here that you can go over with your clients on a mobile or on a laptop, whatever you want. This thing's really great because you can open up items, if we're talking about the elevator and it highlights something from the minutes of meetings or something from the bylaws or something. You can click on view and it pulls up that document. I probably got a dead link. Ooh. I maybe have to refresh my link. Let me use the link that's in here because I know this one's good because it refreshes with updates every once in a while. So here, I'll go down to pet restrictions, click on view, and now it brings up the document and it highlights the actual, part of the bylaw that you need to review and see. And it'll do that for every one of these. So yeah, it's a great report. And the more documents you can provide for the report to be generated, the better. So there you go. It's a great report.
It helps the realtors especially quickly answer clients' questions.
Yeah. If I was a realtor, I'd just be using this every time I sell a condo, and just it would make me look really smart. Technology, and you can share the link with your client, of course, and they can go through it at their own leisure. It doesn't provide any opinion, doesn't do any of that, just highlights what you should be looking at. Pretty straightforward. But yeah, so that's awesome. Eli report. Those are great.
A few more questions. Where are all the completed Form Bs saved for the Strata to see them, since the Strata has to keep them indefinite?
Well, we archive. They're archived in the orderings that nothing gets deleted on StrataPress. So you can go back years and look at orders. You can search for the order by order number, by the customer name, that type of thing. Plus, we got a new feature now that actually notifies the property manager to a specific email address, and they can download the entire order as it has been received by the realtor. So the Form B and all the additional documents, everything gets downloaded and archived. They archive them themselves, so they keep track of all that. And but nothing gets deleted on our platform. We have 35,000 orders, all archived. So nothing gets lost. You can come back. We see what you ordered. The only thing that expires is the link to download. So if I go to completed orders here, they have to expire because the information becomes obsolete, especially if Form B. It's pretty much dead right away. So it'll say here, if 60 days has passed and this order is no longer valid. So we just recommend just download the documents when your order is ready, and this history of this order will remain, but you can't download those documents anymore. So that's the caveat there. But 60 days, that gives you plenty of time just to click a link and download a zip file.
Awesome. Let's see. Yeah. There's a few more. Is there an app available for StrataPress, or does the realtor need to access the messaging service through the website?
It goes through a website right now. We don't have an app. I've worked in this industry for over 20 years. Apps are really tough to maintain and update with the different operating systems out there. I don't want to say terrible. I think they're great, but we will eventually offer an app. And it'll offer more. I think instead of just being like a document ordering and download and communication, it all makes sense to have it on the app. We include some other stuff that are handy for realtors, calculating commissions and things like that on your phone. So yeah, it's a great idea, and it's just one of those things. It's not a priority right now because our site is very friendly on a mobile device, and like I said, 80% of our orders are done on iPhones, and so we haven't seen a need for it. But eventually, yeah, for the messaging, you'll get a link and you'll go to a web page that has a text window, and you'll see the message they provided, and basically it just starts a thread on this standalone web page, and you can go back and forth, and it'll alert you. And you only have to verify your email the first time, so it's very easy. You get the email, you'll click it, verify your email address. After that's done, all you have to do is click the link, and you can just answer the question like you're using a text message window. So yeah, And that's a new feature. There's a feedback on every page that we have here. For realtors, for strata owners, property managers, you can submit ideas or where you see where we can improve or a feature suggestion, anything like that. Submit the feedback that comes directly to us. It's not a great way to get support because we don't check the feedback like every day. And sometimes I've come across feedback where somebody was like, I need this, right away. And I'm like, you should have just hit the
wrong outlet,
called us or chat or something. But the feedback, and we try to make it clear, it's just suggestions that help to make the platform better. It's not to give you support on your order.
Yeah.
But so
there is another question. Is the realtor charged GST?
yes. And on your download, so if I just look at this, if we change your order and say we refunded a part of it, you can download this receipt. And I'll open it up for you here. You get this PDF that breaks down the cost. So this is the receipt. You'll get an email copy of this, but you can also download a copy from your order details page. Your order you'll get an order confirmation in email. That'll break down what you ordered. And when the due date and everything, you'll get a copy of this payment receipt. And so this includes your GST right in there. And if we provide a refund, we provide a refund on the GST as well.
Let's see, there's another one. It looks like it might be the last question. When you request the Eli report, invite others to the file. Do they also have access to the Eli report?
No, they do not, because the Eli report gets emailed to you directly to your account, whatever you have on file with us. If you want to share that link, you can share it, but we just send it to just the
requester.
The requester, yeah. It's a good point. We don't actually just send out the link for the Eli report. It comes from them directly, so it's not actually part of our system. When you order the documents, we send them the documents that you've purchased, and they do their thing and send you a link. So I don't think there's a way we can include that with the email notifications.
Great.
But you can share it.
Share it at least.
Yeah.
Another one came in. So the Strata gets the 25 cents per page and the GST?
No, the Strata will get on their end, they'll get the cost of the documents, 100% of what's generated from the sale of the documents and the rush fee. But the GST we submit unless you provide us with a GST number. So if your Strata Corporation has a GST number, if you've got revenue, I think it's still got to be over $30,000 a year to even need a GST number. But otherwise, we just send you what's delivered. And every month we send you a sales report. It gives you a breakdown of what's in the sales, the document sales, the rush fees, the GST, and then basically a list of all the orders and all the order details. But we submit the GST on behalf of the self-managed stratas just because they don't have a GST number. As we're working with professional management companies, we send them the GST and they submit it themselves. And they provide us a GST number. So, yeah. Good revenue, for the Strata Corporation, self-managed.
Yes.
And hopefully, I get the feedback from realtors quite a bit. We do have a Google review site. It's got good rating. And the feedback, has always been this is, we provide a great service. It's very, I don't think you can get documents same day for anywhere else. You can't get them at this price. And, the support we offer, because things can go wrong. You want to be able to talk to somebody and more features to come. Like I said, we're working hard on lots of features.
Well, thanks again there, Sean. It looks like we are up and ready for the next presentation.
All right.
Thank you so much for coming, and we'll see you tomorrow because you have another presentation.
For property management companies, I'll be on their side, taking orders, processing orders, and managing documents for property management companies.
Awesome. We look forward to that. And
all right.
thank you again.
Okay.